Hello. Welcome to the fourth part of the Boundless Necromancer. A special thanks to my Patreon for supporting me. And if you want to support, you can join my Patreon for as low as $1. Thank you very much. Let's begin. At the beginning of this part we see that Sungyun is fighting with his copy really hard. A lot of stuff around them is flying around. Sungyun smiles and thinks, being able to have those overwhelming sword skills of Namgong Hyuk at my fingertips sure feels strange. The fastest speed using wind's grace and instant acceleration. Sungyun gets faster and faster. He throws two really strong attacks toward his copy. Copy dodges his attacks. Sungyun and copy continue to fight. Sungyun thinks, it's gradually becoming clearer now as the fight with this replica goes on. Now that I'm looking at him, not considering his skills, but his technique, I'm starting to understand the principle of the technique itself. Not to mention, at unimaginable speed. Sungyun is really excited. And copy is losing to Sungyun. He thinks, and, as I'm completing my understanding of the principle, I can even sense the unnecessary movements in the replica's dual sword skills. This guy isn't exactly summoning Namgong Hyuk's sword skills into his body. Rather, he's focusing a lot more on imitating Namgong Hyuk. System says, Authority Iron-Blooded Sword has been activated. He thinks, when that happens, thoughts of distrust can weaken the sword cheese sword flame characteristic which cuts through everything. In that case, he thinks, even while practicing Namgong Hyuk's swordsmanship, I need to focus even more on sword flame strengthening. Sungyun starts to use two swords. Copy gets a really big cut on his shoulder. System says, Skill Truth Seeker of Blood has been activated. He attacks with a lot of blood knives. His copy redirects the attack toward Sungyun. Sungyun gets behind the copy and uses a slash attack. His copy uses counter shield to block his attack, but copy was not able to block his attack and got another cut on his shoulder. Copy starts to heal. Sungyun says, did he parry the attack by instantly spinning the shield into a circle? They both start to attack each other. Sungyun thinks, what the hell is this? His rough and aggressive swordsmanship was offensive until now. Suddenly switched to mellow sword where everything is flowing. Mellow sword is another one of the skills that Namgong Hyuk showed. Geez, just how much can he imitate him? Seriously, I get that it's my talent, but it's annoying as hell. I guess you can't win without enduring the dangers after all. System says, skill counter shield has been activated. Sungyun says, why are you so surprised? He says, whatever you can do, I can too. They both continue to fight. Sungyun thinks, as I thought, the replica's sword recharged before mine. In that case, how about a little adventure? Sungyun hits his copy really hard. His copy goes flying. His copy uses really strong slash attack. Sungyun thinks, he received that with the counter sword, that transformed the counter shield. That means my counter sword will recharge at once. Or so I thought. Of course, it'd get snapped if it received that attack head-on. And replica, if you were me. Then now, when the energy release of the counter sword, our most lethal attack, is dissipating, you will think of it as an opportunity. Sungyun's copy gets really excited. Sungyun also get really excited and thinks, the me, at his full power is stupidly strong, huh? They keep throwing really powerful attacks at each other. Sungyun smiles and thinks, gotcha. Sungyun stabs his copy in the chest. With a blood hand. He thinks, the iron-blooded sword, that I had already gotten rid of. And this guy's impatience. Using those two things really worked. Now onto the finale. His copy gets really angry. And turns into a monster. Sungyun sees that and thinks, what the hell is this now? His copy attacks him. Sungyun starts to run. Sungyun sees him and thinks, what the hell is with that monster again? Even his attack patterns have changed. This is baffling. His copy is breaking everything around them and going at for Sungyun. Sungyun barely dodging the attacks. Copy creates a really big energy attack. Sungyun blocks the energy attack with the shield. His copy roars. Sungyun says, thank God counter shield's cooldown time is over. He thinks, what you doing? Come at me. His copy runs toward Sungyun. Sungyun and his copy starts to fight. He thinks, body explosion. It just might be a great surprise attack in a close-range battle. However, if you're going to go on a rampage like that, you'll lose a lot of stamina, because of ashen blood. And once you're all out of stamina, the attacks will stop too. His copy become really weak. Sungyun cuts one of his copy's hand. Sungyun says, now that there's nothing left to drag this on. Let's finish this. His copy gets really angry, starts to run. Sungyun goes after it and thinks, where the hell? His copy uses a really strong blood attack. Sungyun blocks the attack with the counter shield. He gets really excited and thinks, monster, all this raw power even now. Regardless, thank to you. System says, recharge complete. Skill counter shield is prepared to reflect the absorbed damage. Counter shield's accumulated energy is already all powered up. Sungyun says, dies. Release. System says, skill counter shield is releasing all absorbed damage at once. Congratulations. You have completed the 12th floor of the Tower of Trials. Ancient Emperor's Ash Crown A- has been moved to your inventory as a reward for your achievement. You have received 3500 SP as a reward for your achievement. You have received the skill Last Stand B- as a bonus achievement reward. Please move to the waiting room. Proficiency of skill counter shield rank B has reached 100%. Rank of skill counter shield is leveling up. Skill fighting concentration has been deactivated. Rebound from concentration exceeding the user's limits will soon begin. Sungyun coughs a lot of blood. System says, skill Ashen Blood has been activated. Shen Blood huh. I thought it'd treat the rebound, that's a side effect of fighting concentration. If I didn't have a cheat heal technique like Ashen Blood, I wouldn't even have been able to get here. When will I be able to climb the tower in peace? Or rather, is that even possible in the first place? The spirit of another me. Interesting. System says, admin messages, which were restricted to present messages with advice, are now enabled. Admin Iron-Blooded Monarch grumbles about receiving sanctions after only treating the contractor to a cup of tea. Admin Iron-Blooded Monarch tells you to be good to her in the future. Sungyun says, sure. Sungyun says, thank you for earlier. I also unintentionally lent something new. System says, admin Iron-Blooded Monarch sent an item. Sungyun thinks, if the admin gets excessively involved with the contractor, they get sanctioned as well. System says, all the restricted messages from the admins till now will be displayed at once. Admin Wandering Knight who has lost his master, marvels at the crazy talent you possess. Admin Vampire Monarch's right hand, is intrigued as to where a monster like you popped up from. Admin Dragon Slayer born after 1,000 years, is in awe at the difficulty level of the 12th floor trial and at your ability to break through it with flying colors. Sungyun the admin messages and thinks, all these admins were watching me. Some were amazed by the talent I possessed and the level of difficulty, saying I was like a monster. While others doubted if I was really the challenger on the 12th floor, and reacted as if they were sick of this. Admins who'd just say what they wanted and would disappear when they lost interest. Or sending me all these messages for no reason. Sungyun says, why are you all acting like this? He thinks how come? Of all people, why me? Someone who's already in a contract. Why are they trying to make an impression on me? He thinks, perhaps, the admins now have the system expansion, and can make requests to me. Their clingy reactions are slowly turning my guess into a certainly. This might just, come to think of it, as the system expands later. It could benefit the non-contracted admins too. Don't you think that all of you just throwing messages like this at me isn't right? Sungyun says, please sponsor the authority I desire. I shall remember those who do so when the system expands later on. Admin Dragon Slayer born after 1,000 years, is offended by the arrogance of a mere challenger. Admin Fallen Heir of the Blood Demon Divine Cult snorts saying not a chance. Admin Fallen World Soldier, says you're being overconfident and tells you to know your limits. Sungyun smiles and says, just so you know it's first come first serve. I'm only taking 3 people. All the admins are surprised. They all say, they want to add an authority to the contractor's exclusive store. Sungyun thinks, and now, onto the really important thing. An enemy with not only the same stats, but also identical skills and authorities. What will I gain by absorbing the spirit of someone like that? System says, you have absorbed the spirit of the challenger Han Sungyun Fake. Proficiency has increased by 28%. By absorbing the spirit of the challenger Han Sungyun Fake, your stats have been permanently boosted. Strength has increased by 10. Agility has increased by 10. Stamina has increased by 10. Maging power has increased by 10. Durability has increased by 10. Absorbing one of the skills possessed by the challenger Han Sungyun Fake. You have acquired the skill Lightning Sword Chi rank B. You already possess this skill. Merging the proficiency of the skills. The proficiency of the skill Lightning Sword Chi rank B has reached 100%. The skill Lightning Sword Chi has been level up by 1 stage. Sungyun smiles. A really bright light appears in front of him and he thinks, what is it now? System says, the spirit of the challenger Han Sungyun Fake perfectly matches the soul composition of the challenger Han Sungyun. Authority Divine Power has met its conditions and is now activated. Attempting to extract divinity. He is really surprised and thinks, extract divinity. System says, divinity extraction successful. The rank of Authority Divine Power C+ has increased by 1 level. The Authority Divine rank B- has made divinity transformation and myth accumulation possible. He thinks, what the, divinity transformation and myth accumulation? Whatever they are, none of this makes sense. Maybe. System says, the Authority Divine Power C+ has been imprinted onto the user Han Sungyun's soul. I neglected it because I didn't how to use it. Divine Power. Will I finally be able to use it? System says, you have entered the 13th floor waiting room. Beginning system expansion. Communities separated by nationalities at a global level have been merged. You can now use communities of other difficulty levels too. The team members in merged trails will no longer be country-specific. The evaluation rankings separated by nations on a global level will now be completely merged as well. You can now view the leaderboards of other difficulty levels as well. Sungyun thinks, so now I'll be meeting foreigners in the merged trails as well. Well, it's just a system expansion without much meaning to it. But at this rate, in the end, the community will get merged with other dimensions too. Leaderboard appears in front of Han Sungyun. And at the first place is Hunter rank SSS. Second place is Great Sorcerer rank SS+. And third place is Kim Sunghoon rank SS. After that, Sungyun thinks, being the strongest. Perhaps that was the reason that I climbed the tower, and was the goal I seeked as well. And right now, I have gotten one step closer to that goal. At the very least, I'm the strongest of all challengers in the Earth dimension. However, dimensions like Ares, Kalian, and Muram existed in the Tower of Trials since long in the past. Compared to such dimensions, Earth was just recently registered as an official climbing dimension, and is the weakest dimension of all. Unless Earth's overall standard is raised, or bound to be targeted by other dimensions again, just like back then. Back then and even now, what I need is a strength so formidable that no one can break it. Inventory. System says, Ancient Emperor's Ash Crown A-. Charisma plus 30%. An ash crown used as an ancestral right by the ancient emperor who worshipped the god of darkness. Upon wearing it, you will reign as the Spirit King. Once used, the item's durability is exhausted and it is destroyed. Sungyun thinks, Spirit King huh? It indeed seems powerful for its high grade. But the explanation is a bit vague. The next is the bonus reward for clearing. Skill Last Stand rank B-. Proficiency 0%. Basic effect critical life-threatening wounds can be nullified. However, upon activation, Last Stand consumes 88% of the user's stamina and has a cooldown time of 1 week. Secondary effect upon activation of the skill, your senses are amplified for a short duration, and the effects of all other skills are perfected. Sungyun thinks, a skill that can save you from dying once. It does have a week-long cooldown but, considering the skill's performance, this isn't even a penalty. And in this trial, aside from the reward, there's also the authorities that I ripped off from the admins. Choose from the list of authorities below. Iron-Blooded Monarch, White Crane Swordmaster. Sponsor Authority. You have selected Sponsor Authority. Authority Heavenly Blood Cultivation Art rank C+. Price, 3000 SP. Description, only the descendants of the Blood Demon cult can learn this cultivation art. It can replace 2 magic with internal energy, allowing you to strongly inherit the properties of magic. When entering combat, it enhances your combat senses using all of the body's energy and blood. Authority, Her's Blessing rank C+. Prince 3000 SP. Description, a power bestowed upon those chosen by the gods. Those who have acquired it have served as saviors throughout the ages. Without a contract with a god, the only effects it will have are divinity control and increased luck. Authority Rapid Magic Recharge C+. Prince 3000 SP. Description: when mana drops to a value lower than half of its total, you can recharge your mana by absorbing it from nature. However, upon overuse, you may damage your magic circuits or major chi points, like one of the 8 meridians, for example. Sungyun thinks, it's pretty cost-effective considering all 3 of them are C+ grade authorities. I guess. I gotta buy all 3. He buys all 3 of the authorities. He thinks, Admin Fallen Heir of the Blood Demon Bolt, reminds you not to forget his support. Admin Fallen World Soldier, reminds you not to forget his support. Admin Dragon Slayer Born After 1,000 Years, reminds you not to forget his support. Sungyun says, yeah, I'll keep it in mind. Sungyun thinks, and before returning to the waiting room, when I absorbed my own spirit. System says, Divinity Extraction successful. The rank of Authority Divine Power C+, has increased by 1 level. The Authority Divine Power B-, has made Divinity Transformation and Myth Accumulation possible. Sungyun thinks, Divinity Extraction triggered out of nowhere. I can definitely feel an energy settling in my heart that I never felt before after Divinity Extraction activated. This must be the Divine Power. And Sungyun tries to use the power but he was not able to. He thinks, as expected, it's the same as when I practiced before coming to the waiting room. My body's just glowing, I can't wield any special powers. The recovering and strengthening skills that the priests on the 11th floor used. I can't replicate any of them. How irritating. I was looking forward to it. Do they even want me to use it? Sungyun starts to meditate and thinks, calm down. That shitty personality is working its way back to the surface again. Admin White Crane Swordmaster says she'll teach you the divine powers with a glint in her eye. Admin White Crane Swordmaster claims to be a better teacher than the Iron-Blooded Monarch. Admin White Crane Swordmaster invites you to the admin realm. Sungyun says, no, thank you. Admin White Crane Swordmaster cries at you rejection to her invitation as a contractor. Admin White Crane Swordmaster asks how you could refuse her, and says she'll teach you to use it if you come to her. Sungyun says, I'll learn it later when I need to. I'd like to do it myself without depending on someone else. Admin White Crane Swordmaster slumps in disappointment saying if that's what you want, so be it. Rather than divine power, right now. He thinks Namgong's saying, I'll come back soon. Sungyun thinks, I need to focus on becoming stronger right now. At least until I kill Namgong Hyuk. Namgong Hyuk will come find me again no matter what. So now, how about checking out the authorities that I ripped off of the admins? The one I'm curious about, Heavenly Blood Cultivation Art. Authority Heavenly Blood Cultivation Art has been activated. Sungyun gets surrounded by blood and thinks, this feels as if I've been reborn as a human made for combat. My blood's boiling. That's right. This is what I need. He feels something and starts to act like a madman. He starts to pull his own face and says, you rascal. You were having such fun all alone. Sungyun thinks, what the hell is this? That shitty personality is being manifested in the same body as me at the same time. If nothing else, at least this has never happened before. He bring out his sword and says, die, you pushover. He bring out another sword and block the first sword. It is like he is fighting with himself. Sungyun says, if I die, you'll die too, you lunatic. You dumb fuck. I'm getting rid of you because I can't have you. Sungyun thinks, damn it. I didn't expect this at all. What do I do? The sword's absorbing the blood chi that Heavenly Blood Cultivation Art is creating. System says, Heavenly Blood Demonic Sword. When a user who has reached the realm of Sword Flame levels up blood chi to the maximum, the ultimate skill will be unlocked. Sungyun thinks, that's right. Sungyun gets hit on the shoulder. And thinks, I'll load this damn bastard up with blood chi and send him away. System says, condition have been fulfilled and the true powers of the Heavenly Blood Demonic Sword have been unlocked. The item's name has been changed to True Heavenly Blood Demonic Sword. Blood consumption exclusive slot has been created. Blood consumption exclusive slot. The 4th part of the Boundless Necromancer ends here. Please subscribe and like, and if you want me support financially you can join my Patreon only for $1. Patreon and Discord links are in the description if you want support me. And a special thanks to all my Patreons for supporting me. Thanks for watching.